Hey guys, Josh here back with CrossFit Rema talking about Tuesday's workout, second workout of the week. We're gonna jump right into the warm-up. We're gonna start on the ground with a little bit of an activate. It's gonna be a little bit like a glute bridge, but we're gonna do a glute walkout. So here's what it's gonna look like. I'm gonna drop down into position like I normally would for a glute bridge, and I'm gonna do a glute bridge, squeezing my glutes. Now I'm gonna walk out incrementally until I have my legs extended and my hips are still off of the ground. I hold that for a second, and then I walk back to position. So again, squeeze really hard, taking inventory to see if one side isn't as strong as the other, or if you feel it somewhere else, and then we may need to work on that, and you would need to contact us for a couple of ideas. But again, I walk out, walk back, so on and so forth. That's gonna be my first component. Now, my second component is gonna really kind of get us opened up at the T-spine and at the shoulder, and could be good to do often. We're gonna get on the ground, I'll show you. It's gonna look a little bit like this. It may be a little bit challenging for you to see everything that's going on, but I get into this nice side-lie position. I'm stacked over my shoulders, meaning I'm not like in this weird position here. I'm trying to get as stacked as I can. Piece number one is I reach away. So I take my hand a full hand's length away from the hand that's on the ground, so overhand, full hand's length away. I try to relax my neck. It's not gonna be a big deal if it's not, but I try to relax my neck, and then I just kind of daintily make my way around slowly until I'm in a true overhead position, what I think feels like overhead or where I feel like it gets gummed up, and then I revert back to that side position, and then I'll go at it again. Now, if you're at home doing this and you're not with one of your coaches, I'd probably do about 10 reps on each side before I switched. And otherwise, your coaches will be taking you through it to where they feel like it's comfortable. But one more time, again, I reach away, I relax as much as I can, I keep my hands on the ground, and I do not rush through it. And it should start to open those components up. Okay, so there's two of my pieces that I'm gonna work to. My third workout, my third warm-up component is gonna be a lunge with a little bit of a good morning to prepare for my sumo deadlift that are coming up. So I take a step out into the lunge, I can put my back knee down, and then I good morning up, and then I step back, okay? So again, I take a step out, I can put my knee down, I good morning, and then I can step back, okay? So those are my three warm-up components. I have my glute walkout, I have my controlled articular rotation, thoracic spine thing, whatever you want to call it. And then I have my lunge, good morning. I do about 3 rounds of those if I was at home, and if I'm doing the lunges, I would probably work through about a minute worth each time, probably for each side, or you can do 10 reps each side. Now, the workout, what we're gonna have for today, Tabata hollow hold, super challenging, and Tabata handstand hold. Now, a Tabata is gonna be a 20-second go, followed by a 10-second rest. One Tabata is 8 of those, or about 4 minutes. Not all of that is 4 minutes working, but it's 4 minutes on the clock. So again, 20-second go, 20-second activity, as much of that as I can handle, followed by a 10-second rest. We're gonna get right into a couple of those iterations real fast, and we'll go all the way through one Tabata before resting as needed before the next Tabata. Think of resting in terms of to be successful as possible. Okay, so here's what it's gonna look like. My first one, my Tabata hollow hold. If I cannot hold into that extended Tabata position, that's totally fine. Then I'm just gonna get up into what looks like this McGill curl up a little bit, and I just go here. Awesome, right? If I can hold that for maybe 10 of the 20, and then I need to come down and relax, hey, totally cool, but we're gonna start there. If I can mature this out a little bit, maybe I go here, maybe I go here, maybe I go here. Now, one of the points of performance that we need to look at for your Tabata, for your hollow hold rather, your Tabata hollow hold is that lower back touching the ground, and man, making that sort of banana C shape out of that, then I'm legit and good to go. If, I don't even know if I can do this, but if I get into this position and I pull my lower back out and I create a gap, well, then that's a no-go. I need to fold back up, I need to compress it more, I need to bring it to where my back is on the ground. Cool. So now my next one, let's say I've done all of my intervals right there. I do 20-second, 10-second, all intervals are done. I move to my next component, which is a handstand hold. Let's say that I'm not confident kicking up onto the wall. Or let's say that if I do it in my house, I'm gonna kick through the wall. Neither one of those are acceptable, so I'll just go here. And I'll go right into trying to make that same hollow shape with a plank hold. So again, not here, none of those positions, but actively trying to make the same hollow shape, except now you don't have the floor for feedback. Okay? Now, if I do have a wall open, then maybe I can play with some handstand components. And I just kick up and hold. And when I'm holding, it's really important to keep the hips off the wall, man. When I'm on the wall, it's not this. It's not putting my hips, not relaxing onto the wall, not hanging onto the joints. So guys, let's talk about our workout for our metabolic conditioning. We're gonna do a sumo deadlift high pull with something. We're gonna do burpees over, theoretically, that's something. So what I have is this 18th century sandbag from Rogue. It's one of the classic originals. I'm gonna use that, even though it's like super heavy. It's just gonna be a lot heavier than what I had intended it to be. But this is the time where we're trying to make do with some of these. Now, it could totally be, this is fantastic. This is my chalk bucket. It could totally be this, right? This is an awesome progression into the sumo deadlift high pull. And if you're worried, you're like, oh, well, you're not quite getting down as far as you were with the barbell. Well, that affords me the ability to be able to make this a little heavier. If I put water in it, it's gonna make it super weird. And the whole thing about the sumo deadlift high pull was never really the deadlift as much as just trying to get a little momentum to get through this high pull position, okay? So I'm gonna show you with my sandbag. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my feet into sumo position, and the easiest way to get your feet positioned for sumo, this is start, this is deadlift, this is multiple positions that I normally get into. A little bit shoulder width is gonna be squat. Sumo is 2 or more feet wider than that until you feel comfortable, but you can still drive the knees out. Too wide and it gets creepy, so bring it in a little bit and then you'll make it happen. Now, the way the hands are gonna be on this is gonna be super interesting because I can't grab it with my hands pointed together. I would normally be in a grip where I was prone instead of this neutral grip, so what do I have to do? Well, I'm gonna go like this, and then when I pick up into this position, it's gonna end up like that, which is gonna be a very cool position for just being functional. Okay, so here's what a rep will look like. And that's pretty cool. Like, I like that, I like the feel. If you have any sort of bag, if you have a legit suitcase, man, all the better. And that would be 21 reps of that to start, and then 21 reps of a burpee over that. Now, if you don't have much room, then you may need to do it sideways or lateral. I'm gonna hop over. Now, if I had a lot of room, and that'll work too. I'm gonna do 21 of the sumo deadlift high pull, 21 burpees, 15, 15, 9, 9. 21:59 is intended to be a fast effort. So that's what we're looking for on that one. Now, my last component is my cool down, and I'm gonna use my bench. This could be my countertop. It could be a chair, I don't know, it could be a lot of things. Does not have to be the floor, and that's the important part. And I'm gonna go ahead and hike my leg up on it, and then try to get my hip below it, and then try to look super stoic when I do it, like I'm on an album cover, because that's how it works. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm super flexy and like that doesn't do anything, cool. So maybe I go here. And maybe that's a better one, and that's fine too. And then that's your Tuesday workout. Thanks, guys.